Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to be starting to talk about the British Grand Prix results for F3, F2 and F1. But before we get into that, let's first about next week's or maybe a couple weeks scheduled race, which is at Hungary for the Hungarian Grand Prix, obviously. So obviously the races which are going to be competing in Hungary includes F1, F2 and F3. So F3 practice qualifying, both of them will be on a Friday. Sprint race on a Saturday. Feature race will be on a Sunday. Practice qualifying outside 9:55 to 10:40 for practice, while qualifying outside at 3:05 to 3:35. Sprint race outside at 9:50 to 10:30. Feature race outside at 8:25 to 9:10. For the F2 for practice and qualifying for Friday, the practice outside at 11:05 to 11:50, qualifying outside at 4 to 4:30. Sprint race on a Saturday, that's outside at 2:15 to 3 o'clock, while feature race on a Sunday, that's at 10:05 to 11:05. And finally for F1, FP1 and FP2, that'll be on a Friday. FP1 outside 1:30 to 2:30, FP2 outside at 5 to 6 p.m. FP3 and qualifying, which will be on a Saturday. FP3 that's outside 12:30 to 1:30, qualifying outside at 4 to 5. And finally, for the races up on a Sunday, outside at 3 o'clock. Let's now have a look at the F3 results. F3 will first start off with a sprint race. That was won by Arvid Lindblad, followed by Noah Leon and Matthias Zagazeta right at the podium. That took me a bit of a while to remember his name. Followed by Callum Boysen, Nicolas Solov, Gabriele Mini, Sebastian Montoya, Sammy Megatunev, Lawrence Van Hopen, and Lena Frontaroli ran out the top 10. Now this race was pushed back a bit, maybe 6 hours or something. I'm not really too sure. But basically it was because of torrential rain, when it was supposed to start, but they pushed it back. Pretty sure after. I think maybe after practice, maybe after the second or third or qualifying for F1. So they did push back quite far, which is understandable. But either way, at least we got some racing in and got all the laps in. That is all that matters. But yeah, nothing. I can't really think of anything really happened in this race other than Arvid Lindblad. He was really good in this weekend, and it made it even better that he swept the weekend. He also won in the feature race as well, followed by his teammate Gabriele Mini and Callum Boysen. Shout out to him getting his first podium in his F3 career. And then for the top 10, we have Tommy Smith. How the hell did Tommy Smith get some points? That's the first time I mentioned his name. Followed by Piotr Wisnicki, Oliver Gerthy, Lena Frontaroli, Luke Browning, Nikita Benjamin, and Noah Leon ran out the top 10. One thing I do remember from this race, I'm pretty sure it was Alex Dunn. He basically got wide coming out of left field, I'm pretty sure it was, and basically got some air and hit Sophia Flourish. And I think Dunn did get a 5-second penalty after that, which is fair enough because that's a very dangerous way of entering the track. But at least you got a penalty. That is all that matters. But Arvid Lindblad, what a career-defining moment this was, winning both of the races in his home, basically in his home track in Silverstone, which is pretty cool to see from Arvid Lindblad. Driver standings now: Gabriele Mini still in the lead, only by a couple points over Arvid Lindblad, his teammate, followed by Luke Browning, Leonardo Frontaroli, Oliver Gerthy, Dina Beganovic, Christian Mansell, Nicolas Solov, Lawrence Van Hopen, and Tim Chimenez ran out the top 10. Let's now have a look now at the F2 results. For the F2 results, first off with the sprint race, that was won by Andrea Kimi Antonelli. How about him getting his first win? Followed by Zay Maloney and Kush Mai ran out the podium. And then for the others, we have Gabriel Bortoleto, Franco Colapinto, Jack Crawford, Dennis Halger, Roman Stanek, Taylor Barnard, and Ratomo Miata ran out the top 10. Now, there was quite a lot of stuff that happened in this race, for example, the Invicta teammates continued to squabble from their little squabble in Austria. Paul Aaron and Isaac Hadja, both of them also retired, and this race was very wet. It was extremely wet, so that's why you could obviously see that lap times maybe weren't the best. But yeah, it was extremely wet. They also had to red flag it as well at some point, so yeah, that's really about it. But Andrea Kimi Antonelli getting his first F2 win. Shout out to him. So that's a good start for his career. And then for the feature race, that was won by Isaac Hadja. getting his revenge from the sprint race, followed by Zane Maloney once again, and Jack Crawford ran out of the podium. And then for the top 10, we have Franco Colapinto, Victor Martins, Gabriel Bortoleto, Oliver Beerman, Enzo Fittipaldi, Dennis Halger, and Pepe Marti ran out of the top 10. Now, Antonelli, I know, retired pretty early in the race, I believe, so he was basically gonzo, but then I can't really think of anything else that has really happened in this race. But let's now have a look now at the F2 standings. And for the F2 standings, there's now a 16-point deficit between Isaac Hadja and Paul Aaron, followed by Zane Maloney, Gabriel Bortoleto, Franco Colapinto, Jack Crawford, Dennis Halger, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, Kush Miney, and Enzo Fittipaldi ran out of the top 10. Let's now have a look now at the F1 results. When was the last time Lewis Hamilton won this race? Well, it was actually in 2021, but that has now changed. He finally gets a win since 2021. Obviously, in front of his home crowd. That is a storybook ending. That's great. Followed by Max Verstappen and Lando Norris ran at the podium. Then you have Oscar Piastri, Carlos Sainz, Nico Hulkenberg. What an amazing couple races that he has had lately. Followed by Lance Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Alexander Albon, and Yuki Tsunoda ran out the top 10. Followed by the big boy Logan Sargent, Kevin Magnussen, Daniel Ricciardo, Charles Leclerc, who was on Intis for some reason on the dries, Valtteri Bottas, Esteban Ocon, Sergio Perez, who was just shit and was also on Intis during the dry track, and then Zhou Guan Yu of all the classified finishes. George Russell did DNF, while Pierre Gasly didn't even start this race. I think Russell, I actually don't know what happened to Russell. Might be because of an engine failure, but obviously I might be wrong. But the big story was Lewis Hamilton. Just absolutely just coming out of the blue and just winning this race. That was amazing to see because it has been a while since Hamilton has won this race, and it's great for him to be back on the top step on the podium, and especially as well at Silverstone of all places. That's just a massive tick. So this will definitely be remembered as a very iconic moment in Hamilton's career, as obviously he's now moving to Ferrari. And at the end of this year, I believe, and I mean, look where they finished. I mean, Carlos Sainz 5th, which is still pretty good, but 14th for Leclerc. If you're Hamilton, did you really make the best move? I don't know. I mean, I don't think he really cares because he just wants to race with Ferrari, which is fair enough. I think anyone obviously wants to do that, but yeah, I mean, it was a decent race. There was some weather change, so you know it was dry to start, and it started pouring down rain like normal British weather, and then it went back up into sunny mode. So yeah, it was a decent race, we'll say, but it's still great to see Hamilton back. It's great to see him back on top step. It's been a while since he has been. But Pierre Gasly, I do feel bad for him. Didn't even start this race. That's just classic Alpine, I think. And then George Russell. Yeah, he was also battling against Hamilton as well for the lead. It was definitely going to be between either Russell or Hamilton to win this race, but obviously Russell retired, so it didn't really matter. Fast pit stop went to Verstappen, fast lap went to Carlos Sainz. Undoubtedly, the driver of the day did go to Lewis Hamilton, obviously. Followed by Lando Norris, who's basically now the new Max Verstappen. Followed by Verstappen himself. Nico Hulkenberg, shout out to him, getting some couple votes. And then Oscar Piastri ran out all of the driver of the day votes. Penalties wise, the race only includes Sergio Perez, which he made changes during Parc Ferme, which required him starting the pit lane. And there was also a couple speedings as well on the reconnaissance lap. So Albon, he got 2 pit lane speedings, and Williams was fined 200 euros, while Verstappen sped in the pit lane 3 times, and Red Bull Racing was fined 300 euros. Standings after the race. Max Verstappen still in the lead, followed by Lando Norris, Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz. Oscar Piastri now moves up in front of Sergio Perez. George Russell, Lewis Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, and Lance Stroll now enters into the top 10. And for the other finishes, we have Nico Hulkenberg, Yuki Tsunoda, Daniel Ricciardo, Oliver Bearman, Pierre Gasly, Kevin Magnussen, Alexander Albon, Esteban Ocon, and basically the drivers who have donuts, which includes Zhou Guan Yu, Logan Sargent, and Valtteri Bottas. And then for the constructors, we have Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, Aston Martin, RB, Haas, Alpine, Williams, and Stake. So just a reminder, the next week's schedule race is at Hungary for F1, F2, and F3. So now, like and I guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. It would really help me, especially on this channel. Yeah, this weekend has been a pretty good day if you're British. I mean, Arvid Lindblad winning F3, Lewis Hamilton winning in F1. I think it's pretty good to be an Englishman. So that's really bad for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the catch, guys. Next time in the next one. Goodbye.